It's Madden NFL 24 on EA Sports, and we'll see Christian Kirk. It was a nice line for him a week ago, reaching the century mark and scoring a touchdown. It's the Jags and the Steelers coming up next.
Well, the temperatures are cooling off, but the sun is still shining, and that makes for perfect football weather in the city of Pittsburgh at Acrisure Stadium. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here, as it'll be the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Well, the Jaguars ready to go on offense for the first time, and they're led by the former #1 pick in the draft in his third season now, Charles, Trevor Lawrence.
And he ought to have a lot of pep in his step after last week's performance, because he did exactly as you want him to play if you're a coach. 3 touchdown passes, 0 interceptions, which usually means you're making a lot of right decisions out there.
And got him to win. The numbers on the ground for ETN last week: 21 carries, 60 yards.
It's a pretty mediocre week for him on the ground.
And the pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting it back on the sack.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. So now after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
And this will be covered up. Pretty good result. It'll be down at the 14-yard line. The Steelers offense set for their first possession here, and it's Kenny Pickett who will lead the way, the second-year man, Charles, from Pitt.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel, doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
Only able to gain a couple there, and it's 2nd down. Now the 3rd-year man, Najee Harris. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. The Steelers at 6-0. What a start to the season for them. And they have certainly got it rolling as of late. Winners of 6 in a row.
And I think this is where, as a head coach, you show your team some trust. Instead of just talking about winning, the very next game, you point out to them, we're on a nice run here. And if we keep doing this, we'll be playing at home in the postseason. And we know that could run us all the way to the Super Bowl if we get that done.
A good pickup there at 22.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he was able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Pickett now on 1st down. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. Well, Charles, something we talked about last week, when you start believing whether you're in the midst of a special season or not. Well, now they're at 6-0. Are you still trying to tamp down the expectations in that locker room?
Well, to me, it's less about tamping down expectations and much more about not getting ahead of yourself as a team. And look, they've got to play each game individually, right? Many teams talk about being 1-0 at the end of each and every game each week. To me, you got to understand you cannot win the Super Bowl in October.
On 3rd down, here's Harris. Hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. To the air on first down with Pickett.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only first down, so he smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn it into a bigger play and end up taking a bigger loss. Here, they hope they can regroup and get something different going here on second down.
Being chased out left. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Johnson, the intended target, and it's third down.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. You look at this Jaguar defense.
They're squarely in the middle of the pack against the run this year, number 16 in the NFL.
I still crack up a little bit after we left our meeting with the defensive coordinator, because I said to you, stop me if you've heard this before. How about him saying, well, first order of business, we got to stop the run. Of course you do. He's got a good unit, but facing the #1 rushing team, they have to stop that in order to have a good performance.
They'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
Pickett, he'll look to throw it. Open man, that's the tight end fire move.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Try him with Pickett here on 3rd down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4. On 1st and 10, it's Pickett.
And that's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And when the time has expired on the first quarter. We're scoreless after 1. Second quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 10.
Back to throw, Pickett.
Eluding the pressure right. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers.
Kenny Pickett.
His 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Steelers post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter.
What an effort there. Sometimes you hold your breath a bit when you see your quarterback diving for the end zone. You don't want him to land on a shoulder wrong or take a big shot. But he looks none the worse for wear here, and that winds up a touchdown.
Pickett and the rest of the Steeler offense staying on the field. They'll go for 2.
And they'll try a little razzle-dazzle. And he will get in to make it 8-0.
Interesting. I mean, their kicker's fine, but they just opt to be aggressive and go for 2, and they get it.
Does that not remind you of Mike Tomlin of a few seasons ago? Remember that when he started out the season, just this spate of going for 2 all the time and really making people understand, we're going to be aggressive, we're going to come after you? That felt like that Mike Tomlin coaching the team again.
Didn't he do that when they initially moved the extra point back a little bit?
He certainly did. Started to play a little analytics there and also let people know I feel really confident with my offense on the field.
No run back here for Jones, a touchback.
So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the 2nd time here in this game.
They have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Etienne once more. And he can only manage to get a couple.
2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
On 2nd down, a run with Etienne.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8. Lawrence will throw.
And a Steeler pressure to
his 5th sack of the season. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. On the return is Peterson. 39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Najee Harris and the rest of this offense work their way back onto the field.
Those are his numbers through roughly the first half of the season, and given that, you'd have to think he's on pace for a 1,000-yard campaign.
Steady as he goes, steady goes the offense. But you know what else is happening, too, because they are a team now recognized with the ability to run the football. You've got to be able to throw it better now, right? Better throwing lanes, better opportunities for the guys downfield, maybe more one-on-one coverage, which you should be able to beat easier. Yeah, he's establishing not just a tone, but an identity for his team.
And that's a discussion we had a couple days ago in the team meetings, talking about this running game, opening up the passing game. We'll see if that continues to happen. Forced out to his left. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
I am willing to bet that he got a monster grin on his face when he saw what was happening. Man coverage was so committed to denying a big throw that it pulled attention away from him, and he had an easy lane to hit, and hit it he did.
First and 10, here's Pickett. And this will be incomplete.
So many offenses want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
On 2nd down, this is Harris. And this looks a lot like the last play. Behind the line of scrimmage, he's tackled for the 2nd straight go-around. Great job by this Jacksonville D. And this offense on 3rd down today, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 11. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Boswell's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously,
the pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down. Now the
Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Here's Logan Cook now to punt this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return, and out will come the offense as they take over. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out and says, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
It's a loss of a yard, so they'll wind up crediting him with a sack, and it brings up 3rd down.
Pickett and the Steelers in need of a big play here. 3rd and long after the sack.
They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
That was well coached and even better executed because you saw him looking for the cutback lane, never materialized, and had excellent pursuit to stack that play up.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away.
And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least 1 practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Only a yard there, sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up 3rd.
Lawrence going to get his guys to go quickly.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2.
Again, it's Lawrence.
Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down.
T.J. Watt, the All-Pro, in there to take him down. Final play of the half. It's Lawrence.
This is caught. It's Kirk. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we send you down.
Well, we'll move right through the break then, skipping halftime and back to the field for the start of the 2nd half.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon.
So time for the 2nd half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the 3rd quarter. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. The Steeler offense now with the football first here to begin the 3rd quarter. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this 2nd half?
Well, I liked what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Pickett to throw on 1st down.
And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
Well, this has certainly turned into a showcase game for what he can do on the ground because they're just continuing to give him chances to run it, and he's earning every additional carry by putting up positive yardage on each run.
A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
yards the pickup, first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Pickett back to throw. Throw left side, going to be taken in by Harris. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 26. A good pickup there at 22.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. Got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And not a lot of daylight. Not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Second down, here's Pickett. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Kudos for the defense from me on that one because they were prepared the whole way for him to try to escape and hit them for more yardage running it. I like the way they stayed zeroed in on him and kept him contained when he pulled the ball down. I think he was fortunate to get what he did on that run.
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Najee Harris, his first touchdown on the year. And the Steelers take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
We see this a lot on third and short yardage, especially down here in the red zone. They're going to sell out to stop the run, try and hold them to a field goal. But once the running back gets past the first wave, the resistance can evaporate after that. And he not only picks up the first, but he takes it all the way into the end zone.
And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. Now it looks like we're going to get a stoppage here. An injured Steeler on that last play. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback. Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up, 1st and 10. At their own 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that's complete ETN out of the backfield. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Here's Lawrence to throw. And that is incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here. And he loses the football a 2nd time. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
So we can block in the back. Return team.
Now the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Here's Pickett. That's complete to his tight end flyer move. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a 2nd defender, but the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
Pickett in trouble, and down he goes. Devon Hamilton able to drop him for a loss of a couple. Looking to throw, Pickett. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. First catch so far by Pickens. It's good for a first down. Pickett will look to throw it here. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. 3 quarters have come and gone. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's Steeler football, and they have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. From the 38 now, here's second down and 7. Off the play fake, here's Pickett. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold him for a short gain when he took off running.
And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Brandon, unfortunately, I've been here before. They've had 2 opportunities to stop them, so this is demoralizing. They haven't gotten it done. Now you're calling all your blitzes, all your attack defenses, but you're not worried about playing your normal position. You're going to take chances now.
Well, you said it. 2 third-down opportunities to get off the field. Couldn't do it, and the clock continues to roll. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be second down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 31-yard line. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
Partner, even I can figure out who deserves the lion's share of credit for their lead right now because he's been terrific in a dual threat role, really chewing up yardage and getting them points with his legs. Simply put, that defense has had no way of stopping him, and that's why his side is on top.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Pickett. Over the middle, complete. That's Harris. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and that'll make it second down.
The defense was ready for the back to leak out and even had a second player waiting to double him up. If you're going to commit to doubling a back, you better prevent a completion, but give him credit. Extra determination, extra effort, turn it into a successful play.
Muscles him off. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Well, now they'll try the end around. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. With his 12th rushing touchdown and 13th score overall. And the Steelers add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Another touchdown here in the 4th quarter, and Charles, I think we can start to consider that this undefeated streak of theirs is going to be safe for another week.
And partner, you don't make it this far into a season without a loss unless you're getting contributions from both sides of the ball and sometimes even your special teams, and that's been true today. Each side helping guide them to this late lead.
And they are 3 for 3 on 2-point conversions as he is into the end zone for the score. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And just looking ahead, it would appear that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to...
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Jaguars. Evan Ingram, 75 yards.
And the Jaguars are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter.
McManus's point after is good. And the lead now down to 20. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. One play, 75 yards, 6 points. And this doesn't work. The Steelers recover it. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
So here are the Steelers to take over on offense. Their win streak at 6 coming in and counting as they've got the lead right now beginning this drive 1st and 10. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Oh, a design run for their wideout. And a decent gain there as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. They get 9 yards back on the run there, and they're left with a much more makeable 3rd and 2. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. 2 yards still to go. 3rd down now. Pickett sets up play action. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
Late in the game, he's certainly doing everything in his power to buy time for his guys to make a play. But in this case, he's surrounded, and all he has room to do is to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Pickett going to keep it himself.
And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there.
Very good starting field position for the Jaguars offense as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. Now ETN to start the drive.
And he's across the 43 extra yards to the 43.
Well, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
Now he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
They'll get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
On 1st down, Lawrence to the sideline and incomplete.
Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Here's Lawrence.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted.
And the Steelers are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. Now, I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, held them to 7. If we'd made one more play, could have had our shutout.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And this crowd has certainly liked what they've seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one coming in, and they have not disappointed as they've got the big lead here in the fourth.
No gain there as he kept it himself at second down.
Far be it from me to second-guess a call. I think the people in the stadium are probably doing the same thing. Did we just see a 1st and 10 quarterback sneak?
For no gain. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he winds up getting this all the way down to the Jags' 21-yard line. That's a 1st down and then some, a 32-yard pickup.
This is one of those plays that has an equal chance of either being a big gain or a big loss, but with the college influence, we're seeing more of these plays come into the NFL.
And they'll run it here. And he's out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. And the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some 1st downs, just as good as running the football. Now we'll get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining. And they'll go on the ground. And he takes it in.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
Well, this has been another impressive display by this undefeated team, Charles, and it looks like they're going to stay that way after this one.
Yeah, one of the league's best offenses, they've stayed on brand in this contest because they continue to look good at what they do. Just added a late touchdown. Now they're really hammering home just how good they've been all year long.